vRigger includes the ability to add polylines to the workspace. Polylines are lines made up of one or more line segments, and the line segments can be straight or curved. Polylines allow you to draw and move complex shapes like mountains, buildings, towers, and trees. You add polylines to the workspace like any other item in vRigger. You can add them from the gear toolbar, from a gear pane, or preferably using the gear finder. Adding a polyline from the gear finder is the easiest. Just click on the workspace, type poly, and press enter. As with ropes, you can add control points, which we used to call slack points, by clicking your right mouse button on a polyline and choosing Add Control Point. However, unlike ropes, you can quickly add a control point to a polyline simply by dragging and dropping the line. Curving polylines is identical to creating curves in ropes. You select Benders on the View toolbar, or you can press Ctrl B, and then drag the small blue handles that appear on the polyline's dots. And as with ropes, you can press Ctrl or Alt while dragging the benders to smooth the bends. To straighten a curved line segment, click your right mouse button on the polyline and choose one of the straighten commands. To change the appearance of a polyline, click on the line or on a control point that's on the line, and then modify its properties in the property pane. The opacity field in the property pane allows you to specify the transparency of the polyline's fill. You can set the opacity to 0% to hide the fill entirely. Just as you can drag connected gear in vRigger by holding the Control key pressed while you drag an item, you can drag an entire polyline by pressing the Control key and then dragging the polyline's border or a control point on the polyline. Note that you can't select or drag a polyline from its filled area. As with ropes, you can join the ends of a polyline by dropping the end of one polyline on the end of another polyline. You can group a polyline by selecting the polyline and choosing Group on the Home toolbar. After grouping, the polyline and its control points will all be treated as a single object. You can lock a polyline and everything on it by clicking on a polyline and choosing Lock Item on the Home toolbar. Locking a polyline is helpful when you have a shape, like this tree, that you don't want to move or modify accidentally when working with rigging gear. You can save a polyline as a snippet so you can reuse it. You do that by clicking on the polyline, clicking on the new snippet icon, and giving it a name. You can then quickly add your polyline to the workspace by dragging it from the snippet pane. Saving a polyline as a snippet is very useful when you have a shape like this tree that you want to reuse in other rigging files.